Okay, so from the beginning, we were originally due to go to France for Rob's birthday session. It was going to be me, him and a couple of others. Plans quickly changed and it was then transpired it was going to turn into a filming trip, which we are now creating here. The trip didn't start well at all. Rob had a broken down car, so we ended up having to go in my scrappy little caddy van and cram 3 boats and 2 weeks worth of fishing tackle into a tiny little van, which I struggled to fit just my gear in, let alone 2 people's with all the extra camera equipment, etc. But we got over to France and we headed to the first venue, which was absolutely like the most idyllic place you could put. If you could draw your own carp lake, that would be it. It was absolutely incredible. It looked prime for it. The weather was amazing, but it just transpired to be an absolute disaster, like everything else that happened on that trip. There was a few lads up to our right. We went and spoke to them. They'd had a few fish, but still nothing massive, up to mid-20s, I believe. And so we did the night there, and we ended up with nothing, even scraping £15. I wouldn't have thought. Like, you're talking tiny little spratty mirrors that have recently been stocked. And it just wasn't why we were there, so we were quickly on our toes to the next venue. I think we should leave immediately.
Total carnage. So it's safe to say that in the morning we chucked absolutely everything in the back of the van and we were off. So yeah, next venue we had probably about a 2 or 3 hour drive, and we ended up on a tip-off at a freshwater drinking reservoir. Now, this is a place that's known to contain fish well in excess of 25 kilos, and it looked good. We arrived in beautiful weather. There was quite a strong breeze blowing across the lake, and it developed throughout the session. You know, looking into things, it probably got up to maybe 30 mile an hour. And I had an even longer tow out to an old wall on the bottom there. So yeah, unloaded the van, got set up. Again, me on the right, Matt was fishing Nam on the left. And we set some markers out in between us. We baited in a line between the 2 markers, put a couple of rods on that each, and then I had one really long to my right. And as soon as I put that rod out to my right, it started producing. Again, one night, 10, 15 fish to about £16. It was just the small males charging around, just absolutely consuming anything that they could find. So again, we had another rethink, we had some dinner, we sat down, had a chat, got ourselves sorted out. I actually reeled in for the night because I could not cope with the amount of bites we were getting. And in the morning, we were on the move again.
Well, this trip has been a bit of an eye-opener for me, to say the least. I've not done a lot of public water fishing, done a bit over in Holland and things like that, but on much, much smaller lakes, a lot less travel. This has been mine and Rob's Tour de France, shall we say. We've been to loads of different regions, here, there and everywhere. I dread to think how many miles we've done in total. But there's been loads and loads of hiccups along the way, loads of problems. We've had disasters from lakes being majorly busy. There was a German annual holiday, and everyone's transcended on all the lakes in France, and it's kind of hung us out to dry, if I'm honest. So it has been a major struggle, but that's part of the adventure. You got to overcome adversity and get around these issues, and that's, if you get the reward at the end, that's what makes it all worthwhile. We have come back to one of the venues that we visited earlier on in the week, that we tried to get on, but like I say, really, really busy. So we've come back here, totally empty now. There's hardly anyone on. I think we've got over half the lake to ourselves, and it's feeling really good for it. it is the last throw of the dice for us, really. We've only got a few days left of this trip. We've spent, I mean, we came over here for 10 days and a solid 7 of them have been spent travelling around here, there and everywhere trying to find a venue that we can create this film and get something going and make it work. And we're just hoping that all the effort, all the drive in is going to be worth it in the end, and we can hold one of these nice French carp up for you. But like I say, if it doesn't come good, it's one of them, that's part of public fishing, and we'll reset and we'll go again. But I think it's fair, we've both got a bit of a spring in our step now. We've had a bit of rest, chilled out a bit, because we've been absolutely knackered. It's been real hard work, but we're settled, everything's looking good, there's fish in the area, and we've got a few days to make it happen. The final roll of the dice.
Right, well, that is the last rod out on hopefully what is to be the last venue. It's actually worth saying that I've just switched over from earlier on. I was using the chains, but I've switched over to the solid indicator arms just so that they don't blow around in the wind and give you a little bit more of a precise indication, because I'm fishing to snags at such long range. I thought it would be better to make sure that that indication is absolutely pinpoint. The alarm switched on, so we're off to a flyer. And that's it. That's all 3 rods out on the last venue. Let's hope that we can make something happen here. But I think it's looking good. It is looking good. It's not too hot today considering it's sunny, but I think we've got a good chance.
Positioning the rods is fairly straightforward on this water. It's basically a bowl, and you've got loads of marginal snags the whole way around the lake, and you've got bays that are like finger arms that come off the water, and they're all really snaggy margins. So it's just a case of finding them nicer areas around them snags. And to my right hand side down here, I've found a real nice like raised sand area around loads of fallen trees. So I'm just boating out across over to them, lowering the rig in place off the edge of the spots, and then just baiting in and around the snags, but leaving it away from actually where I've presented my rig, just so it might slip up that slightly better fish. Well, totally out the blue, totally unexpected to be honest. I've literally just had a bite off my right hand rod, which is fishing over my shoulder here down to this bay. Really snaggy bay, quite a narrow channel compared to the rest of the lake. I wasn't expecting that to do the bite. Of all the 3 rods that I've got fishing at the moment, I wasn't expecting that to do one so quickly. It's complete. We were just doing a piece to camera, and it's pulled up tight and hooped over. I've made it out into the water. Well, forgive me for looking a bit weary-eyed and red-faced. I was just having a mid-afternoon snooze, and the middle rod has absolutely melted off, and we're into a fish that's not too far away. It's not doing a lot at the moment, but there's a lot of line out there as we're fishing quite long range, so it's just starting to get close to us, and it feels like quite a good carp. These rods have got a lovely play in action, really got quite soft tips. I'm using braid all the way through, which, as we know, doesn't offer a lot of cushioning for your hook hold and stuff with a fish, but these rods are dealing with it really nicely because they've got a nice soft tip, but still plenty of backbone in the butt section of the rod, which I'm going to have to use in a second because this fish is going right near these snags. Snags. And it is just here. Might have to do a bit of a escape in a second. Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised it's not picking the other line up. Oh bugger!
Yeah.
God, cheers, mate. Waders have a hole in. Oh, 2 holes. Come on, Carl. Well, I might have been a little bit too eager there. I thought it was quite a good fish. It's actually a little cricketback common, but it's the first one that's gone in the net, so we'll take it. And it just means that the rigs are working, the bait's working, and the spots are rocking. So we'll keep going. Well, I'm just going to unhook it and just slip it back. We won't get it out on the bank or anything like that. But it is a really nice, pretty fish. Nice dark common, but again on the smaller side. But we'll take all the positives we can. Back you go, mate. The day's still young. We weren't expecting bites this quick, and we can only take the positives from it. I'm just rigging up a new rig, getting that ready to go because it was a bit mangled from hooking that fish. So getting a new hook bait on, and then I'm going to make my way out into the boat and get the rig dropped, and hopefully we can get another one. When it comes to rigs for this sort of fishing, I like something really reliable, something I've got plenty of confidence in, and I keep it quite simple. It's just an iteration of what I use back in England. It's nothing too different. I use slip D multi-rigs, but because of the nature of where we're fishing, the size of the fish we're fishing for, I just beef the tackle up slightly, so it's a slightly stronger braid, slightly bigger hook, but very, very simple. Braided hook link. I like to fish it multi-style with bit of a stripped back section, and that's purely so I can change the hook, so I'm not changing the boom sections all the time. I can just whip a new hook, whip the hook off, whip a new one on, and I'm bang ready to go again. When it comes to hook bait choice, I'm using some stuff again that I'd use in England, very, very similar. It's just a crab 18mm bottom bait with a Tropicana pop-up over the top, just to add a little bit of buoyancy, also to add an element of colour, just for that visual effect. We're also upping the hook bait size slightly, so 18mm, my standard go-to would be 12s, 15s, but there's quite a lot of nuisance fishing here, and we want to avoid them. It's a long, arduous task getting your rods out, and you don't want to be going all the way back out there for nuisance fish, etc. So beefing them hook baits up ever so slightly, matching the beefed up elements of the rig as well. It's quite a balanced setup, and it works really well.
Well, old snoozing Susan is asleep next door, and yeah, I got up early this morning, got those rods out to that far margin. I'll be honest, I did it at about 3:30. Couldn't wait any longer. Got them rods out to that far margin, and all 3 rods this morning. 1 second, just get my tea on the go. All 3 rods have gone. Every single one has gone, and I've got 3 commons, and 2 of them are £30. 1 of them might be 40. So, yes, made up. Oh, made up. It was a restless night because we're getting everything sorted, rigs, ties and everything. We didn't get to sleep until sort of 1 o'clock this morning, and then up 4 hours later, getting them rods out. I've got none out now, look, they're all on the bivvy. The other ones round the side. But yeah, made up, absolutely made up. So we'll get this cup of tea down us, wait for Matt to get up, and then yeah, I think we'll film these fish. Oh God, I'm buzzing. Just shows, you know, all of that effort we've put in this week, and we have put a lot of effort in this week, has finally paid off. And it's infuriating, this sort of fishing. You fish here for the beauty, for the peace, the tranquility, for the challenge. And it has been an epic trip, to say the least.
I really tried to stay awake for those fish you caught this morning.
I've already done a piece to camera, so it's fine. Oh, mate, I am actually made up, though.
You on top mic on this?
No, I'm on mic on mic.
Can't hear me anyway then.
Yeah, can.
How?
Because it'll hear you.
It'll pick this up?
Yeah. It'll pick. Yeah, the snags have paid dividends, haven't they? All of that effort, and we've actually fucking caught something.
I know, mate. I'm just thrilled that that's finally sealed the deal. Effectively, it's done and dusted.
It's just a start.
Anything from now is a bonus.
We need to get you a decent fish now.
I need a 30-pounder.
I need a 30-pounder. You can borrow one of mine if you like.
No.
I have 3 of them.
No, thank you.
Anyway,
No.
are you sure you don't want a cup of tea? Because I don't want to be seen to not offer you one.
Guys, Rob won't offer me a drink. Horrible person.
Well, I've been trying to wake you up for an hour, but you've been listening to James Armstrong on repeat.
James Armstrong.
It's enough to send anyone to sleep. Well, look at this for a bit of morning madness. This is one of 3 fish. And it's just testament that if you do put the effort in and you keep plugging away, there are rewards to be had. He's a bit lively, this common. But this is the smallest of 3. I mean, we did have a lot more bites than that this morning. Matt had a few bites, but just small fish again, which seems to be the sort of the way the trip's been for us. But let's just see if he might calm down in a second. He's just trying to swim off, but he's actually now airborne. But that is a beautiful French common, and I am so relieved to be catching some nicer fish, some bigger fish. Even though this is just a little mid-20, it's exactly what we need to get this trip going. So right at the death, I think we might have managed to rescue it, but we've got a couple that are a little bit bigger that we'll show you. So we'll get this one back. Oh, there we go. And there is part 2. Lovely dumpy little common. I am overjoyed to actually be I am overjoyed to actually be catching something that's worth fishing for. So, and again, we'll slip this one back and we'll have a look at the better one, because the next one is a little bit bigger. But I'm made up. Thank you, mate. Slip it back. Well, there we go. Look at that for an absolute bruiser of a carp. She's really unhappy, but oh, absolute trip saver. I think you will all agree that that is a mega looking common from this big French public water. Oh God, I'm made up with that. Absolutely made up.
the action's kicked off earlier than expected. I've actually had, I was boating my right hand rod out and actually had a take before I'd got back to the bank, but because I didn't realise it had got in the snag and I'd actually lost that one. But we were just about, snags, we were just about to get the food on the barbecue. And this rod's bust off. I've managed to get it clear of the snags and just pumping it in basically. It doesn't feel massive, but it's a long, long way out there, so could be surprised yet. I'm going to have to take to the boat in a minute. So stay.
Yeah.
I have just landed this fish. It's nothing massive, but a really, really pretty carp, and hopefully a sign of things to come tonight. We're not going to get it out on the bank or weigh it or any of that business. We just thought we'll hold it up to show you. But it is a really pretty fish and a very quick bite, so hopefully they keep on coming. We'll get it back, get the rod back out, chow into a barbecue and wait for carnage to unfold. But
Now it's cooking, so careful when you put
I've
it on.
also now got hot potato salad, which is going
Don't put that on your lap.
that's going to be interesting.
Do you want the chopping board to put it on?
That's alright. I'm happy with Barry.
What an evening. Well, we can either. If we smash it tonight, we can go home tomorrow.
Yeah. We just got to see how it goes, haven't we? See what happens. But
This has been the hardest trip in Europe I've ever done.
it's been my hardest trip I've ever done. Europe, anything. Just
I can't wait to leave though and not have this tinnitus noise in the background.
yeah. If you can't hear that, there's a factory behind us, and it never shuts up.
24 hours. Constant. All the time.
Yeah, it's not fun, mate.
You do tune out to it. When you fish the other lake that's closer.
Is it worse then?
Oh mate,
Really?
it's unbelievable.
That has the session come to an end. Potentially. We may be going to a canal just to break up the journey to get home because we have got a long drive home. We thought that it was going to be a bit chaotic last night and that we'd get a load of bites. Rob had a couple, very quiet on my side after that last fish that you saw me with, but it's one of them. We've had a good trip all the same. I'm disappointed, upset that we've not managed to put a better fish on the bank, but it's one of them. We reset and we go again, and we will be back.
Paddle out a shot!